The Touring Record Fair, deal or no deal? Hello and welcome to Stevie's Vinyl Cupboard. Today's agenda: can you get a good deal at a record fair? Is it physically possible to get a good deal, or are you going to get ripped off? Are they high prices? Well, let's see. This is another segment of my deal of the century, but I don't think we can call it deal of the century, but you decide. So I've gone for okay deal of the century. Right, that's enough of that. Okay, so we've got a couple of deals here, or three deals. So this is a touring kind of record show where there are only a few people, to be honest. These are from lads from Wales who organise it, and I think what they do is like Wales and the southwest. So they come down to the southwest, bringing up local dealers, and basically people just turn up. So there's about 5 or 6 dealers there, really, in the back room of the parish hall. But always worth going to. It comes around every 3 months or so. So I thought I'd take a peek. It's £1 to get in. And this time I thought, well, I'm not going to spend anything. I've spent a bit on my previous stuff. So I'll just go and have a look at, and what I'm after, I think what I'm doing is, I'll make a video about this, but I'm after expanding my Siouxsie and the Banshees collection. So I've decided I'm going to have one of each of their LPs, their excellent catalogue, and I'll explain why later. So I'm just going to look for that. I'm not going to pay overinflated prices, but you know, fair play to them. They've come out, they've had to load the van, they've got all their stock, it's all very heavy, they've carted it around. Will they make a massive profit? Probably not, you know, so of course they hope so. So, you know, you would expect that you're not going to get mega deals here. So anyway, word goes round, you know, have you got any Siouxsie and the Banshees? And there was a youngster there, must have been all but about 17, 18 years old, with his dad. And I think what happened, he'd bought a big collection, or he'd inherited it, and he'd combined it with his dad's, and a couple of crates. All of it quite not very good condition, I have to say. But it caught my eye because the bins he had were, you know, £5 an album or £5 a record. So 12-inch or LP fiver. So have a look through. There seemed to have a lot of 80s stuff, and I was saying to one of those, if you got Siouxsie and the Banshees, shouts out, and I've already had a look, but the lad comes over and says, well, I've got this. If you recognise that, that's the Inner from it's a Kiss in the Dream House by Siouxsie and the Banshees, in condition. Condition actually pretty clean. So how much you want for that? £3. So we're off to a good start. So I thought, well, I'll go and have another look at those bins then. Now, I already have this, as you will see, and I bought it originally back when it came out. But I thought, well, backup copy, maybe the Inner's better than my condition, maybe I'll get another cover and sell it on. But I have a feeling I'm going to keep it. So, saw a couple of others. Again, not very good condition, I have to say. Simple Minds. Now, I don't have much Simple Minds, but what I do have, I like the very early stuff, just when they were kind of breaking through. So, In As Transmission, and that's Sons and Fascination. I won't go into details, but you can look it up. It's at 81. So again, early 80s. No sleeve, but condition seems okay. It seems very clean, actually. No warp on it. So we'll look after that one. Glossy cover, we can give that a bit of a tidy up and a nice cover, and do Simple Minds. And also the classic Human League Dare. Now this was an absolutely classic. Am I right in saying it's 1980? You can always tell I research these things very well, can't you? Hang on. You do wish they'd just put the damn date on the cover, don't you? Yeah. Pretty sure it's 81. Come on. Yeah, 81. There you go. From memory. Now, friends of mine had this this was very much kind of breaking when Duran Duran had Rio. So, but this was, I think, kind of album of the year sort of thing. Classic Human League, definitive album of the time and the age. So yeah. So now that deal for the 3 of those, would you do those for a tenner? If you're in the States, that's about $12. So yes, so good deal or bad deal. So that's deal number 1 at the record fair. So I think I did pretty well there. Pretty well, excuse me, can I have my cup of tea? So then having a good look, lots of good things, lots of pricey things, stuff, way high prices, but you know, fair play, they've got to make a living, and if people will pay that. So then I was looking in the same bin, on the theme of new romanticism, came across this, what's this, 84, Japan. Now I was never a big Japan fan, but I like Khan and his bass playing. I think this has been tried to sell before because it's got like £7 sticker, so I think that was from the previous seller. But double LP, nice and clean. Gentleman Taking Polaroids, Quiet Life, Night Porter. So I'm guessing this is the compilation. Yeah, Exercising Ghosts compilation. And again, we're starting off nice and clean, so we'll give it a nice clean. So I think that's quite a good buy, although the cover, again, not stored with a decent cover, but we can give it one of those. So get it in right. Yeah, so those are in the fiver bin. Japan. Exercising Ghost double LP. And then I saw one of my favourite bands. This is another band I think I'm going to do a starter for 10 and a couple of things, but I really want to get the full catalogue. I actually saw this band live. Got a little anecdote about that, which I'll save for the video. Invited us backstage. Lovely people, I have to say. One of the nicest bands I've ever met. Tis of course Talk Talk. Now this is 12-inch Talk Talk and question mark Talk Talk. It's got a cover. Let's have a look at the condition. So 5 for a 12-inch. Well, for Talk Talk I'll make an exception. Why not? And also he had a bit underneath, and I was like, hang on a minute, what have you got here? I recognise this instantly because I love New Order, The Perfect Kiss. Peter Savills design at his best. Right, let's get into it. Not great condition, but I think it's probably about the same condition as mine, sort of. Let's have a look. Yes. Yep, very clean and tidy, very smart, and it's got a nice cellophane in it as well. So a little bit looked after. So, what's the deal there, Stevie? So, first 3 were a tenner. So I said to him, any chance of a tenner again? And his response, and I'll do an impression of his response. His response was, yeah, why not? Yeah, I suppose so. All right, mate. Nice deal. Well, I'm very happy with the deal anyway. So I think he was just trying to, he's come on the record fair just to get rid of his spare stock. But good luck to him. So he had 20 quid of my money. So that's the first couple of deals. Let's call it a deal. So 20 quid for that lot. Yes or no? I think yes, personally. Then I've been having a look around, so I thought, yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. I'm in a pretty good mood. So, gentleman had this on another stand. Now I've got a couple of the LPs, or 3 of the LPs, and as I say, I'm going to love Susie and the Banshees and the Crew. 15 quid. Now, a bargain for me would be a fiver or a tenner. Tenner would be about the real price, but this is quite old now. Is it 70, 78? You know, we're talking, you know, it's not a 44 years old, Jesus. I might got that wrong. Not my favourite at the time, not an album I wanted at the time, but I see things in this, you know, didn't have Hong Kong Garden, the single, I seem to remember at the time, and people were a bit upset with it because it was like people saw it as like their punk shouty, but actually there's a lot of creativity going in here, and you can see how it starts. Anyway, I say that for the video, but £15, no, I couldn't get it, but he had, want some 12 inches as well, of course we do, we love 12 inches. So there was Lullaby, Candyman with Lullaby on the B-side, Susie and the Banshees, and also Peekaboo, the breakthrough one in America, I believe. So I think these were a bit expensive, £5 and a £6 fiver. Yes, so £15 plus £11, 26 quid. So I did the deal, bit the bullet and said, how much should you do these for? 20 quid. Well, I fancied these, but they weren't a deal breaker, but I really wanted that, so I thought, yes, good condition, so get yourself a good condition one. Well, reasonably VG++, I would say. VG plus with a bit of a plus, if you know what I mean. So what do we say, 20 quid, so it's 26 down to 20, so it's $31 down to $24 if you're in America. So 20 quid, 20 smackers, deal or no deal. I think that's not too bad, and I was quite pleased with my walkout, although I'd spent, you know, 40 quid I shouldn't have spent, and I did dip into the missus's bus money, so she wasn't too happy with that. But I think I'm going to call that okay deal of the century, not deal of the century, but okay. But let me know in the comments if you think it's okay or not. I got what I wanted, I got more than I wanted, and I was happy. That's the main thing. And the record fair, you know, thanks for coming, lads. See you in 3 months' time. All right, and I'll see you soon for another episode of Stevie's Vinyl Cupboard.